All right, in this video, we're going to talk about how to import a PC or a player character into Foundry. I keep saying into the Foundry, but I think it's just Foundry. Anyhow, this also is going to be applicable if you have an NPC that has a character sheet and it's not just as a monster stat block. I currently run a campaign where the vast majority of enemies have those types of builds. They're complete character sheet builds, not stat blocks. So as usual, we will assume that you have Foundry working, installed, tuned up, all that fun stuff. You have VTTA D&D Beyond extension, the Chrome extension installed, and it's working and it's configured the way you want it to be. And that the character, let me fix that, the character is already in D&D Beyond. You've already created it, it's ready to go. Now, here's where I really think working out of D&D Beyond is really nice, because it flows beautifully if you're a player or if you're a DM that has a character sheet in D&D Beyond. Using a combination of a couple Chrome extensions, Foundry becomes an incredibly powerful game board. So let's talk about how you do this. Log into D&D Beyond and your game in Foundry. We'll do that in a moment. And then make sure you connect to Foundry using the Chrome extension. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm logged into D&D Beyond here. I'm logged into Foundry. And up above, I'm going to connect to Foundry. Even though I'm on the Foundry page, I just have to connect VTTA to Foundry. That's done. Now we go ahead and find the character to import on D&D Beyond, and we're going to copy the full URL for that character. So I'm going to go to my collections here and my characters, and the one I need to import for this one is this guy named Crazy Jared. He's just a guy in this campaign, and he's crazy. So there you go. And I'm just going to click on that URL and Control-C to copy that. The next thing we're going to do is go to Foundry. We're going to create an actor to represent that character. And I have a little parenthetical statement here. I recommend having the names match basically for the Beyond 20 integration that I haven't talked about yet. So I'll go over here, click on Create Actor. I call him Crazy Jared again because that's the name of the character in D&D Beyond. It is a character. Even though he's an NPC, you have to use character because of the import feature. So that's just how we're going to do it. And then click Create Actor. Nothing else to that. It will automatically open up the character sheet. So I can ignore that step number 5 because opening the character sheet, it's already open. We're going to click on that B icon and paste the URL that we just copied. So click on this B icon. In this URL space here, we'll just Control V and paste it in there. And from that point forward, I could have just closed this. So I could close this right now. And if I click on that B again, you'll see it's right there. Notice there are a couple shortcuts here. Shift left click and Alt left click they both do very special things. So if I do a shift click on this, it opens up the D&D Beyond character sheet for that character. Super powerful, super awesome. And this kind of makes the second step not that important. At least not for me. It may be important for you, but it's not important for me because I like to work from D&D Beyond and use the virtual tabletop just as a tabletop, not a mechanic top, but a tabletop. But if you want to actually put the entire character sheet into the virtual tabletop, hold down Alt and click on that. And what it's going to do is load up the JSON file. And you have to wait for it to completely load up. It was spinning, only took a moment here, but it was spinning for a moment there. I'm going to Control A, copy that whole, or highlight the whole entire field. Control C, hop down here, and I'm going to paste that in to here. Now, when you do that, you will get all this stuff. It uploads your avatar image and stuff like that. That's kind of nice, actually. So that's probably the reason why I would do it, just because it imports the avatar image. I know that's a silly reason, right? But, you get both the character sheet here and the avatar here at the same time, which really ruins, or I shouldn't say ruins, it really kind of speeds up this 8th step. We've already got the avatar for this creature or this character. Now, a token, on the other hand, it's kind of nice to use VTTA tokenizer for this. So I'm going to click on this guy right here. And notice that he's very pixelated. That's unfortunate. And I literally just read somebody's post in the Discord about the tokens getting pixelated. But anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and make a token out of that avatar. So I'll go ahead and delete that little facey piece right there. And I'm going to click on this. This says use the avatar image. So I'll click on that. If you notice, the boundary box disappeared, and I'll have a video on this in a little bit, but really it just, you want to reorder the layers, that's all. And then this picture is in the wrong place, so I'm going to unlock it and scoot it a little bit, and that looks good. And by the way, you can use the mouse wheel to scroll in and out as well. Once you're done with that, you can go down here and click OK. It'll save and set. And from this point, I can close that. And if I drag this dude onto the board, there you go. He has his icon or his token right there. And then if I really wanted to show the players the artwork, I could say, okay, here, let's show artwork, that type of thing. One last thing I want to mention. I had just said a few minutes ago that you should name your actor the same as the character in the character sheet. And that is not as important if you're just using VTTA Beyond D&D Beyond extension. It's not that important if you're just using that extension, because all you're using that extension for really is to import the character sheet and the token, and you're raring to go. It only takes a few moments. However, I also use Beyond 20. And Beyond 20, it's important that the actor and the D&D Beyond character have the same name, because when I roll something in here, let's say I just click on this and I roll that 14, which becomes a 24 because he's freaking awesome, it needs to know that there is a character on this screen that has that same an actor on the screen that has the same name. And so there you go, you have it right there. So just a little side note, it is kind of important to do that, I think. All right, that's all I have for this video. It's very short. Thank you for watching. Click like if you want to. If you don't want to, that's cool too. I don't make money off this.